Hey guys! So it's been a while since I posted that update. Sorry if my videos have been kind of like all over the place, but I was trying to put out all the videos that I did have already filmed. I did mention that I have some news coming up that I said I was going to share in the future, but I'm scared but excited to tell you guys that I'm finally moving. So I've been trying to move for the past year and a half now, I believe, and it's been a while. I gave up looking for apartments once, but it's really hard to find apartments that allow cats, let alone two cats. So I kind of had to start not telling them I have two cats, so hopefully we'll see what happens with that. But they know I have at least a cat, but it took me forever to find an apartment. Another reason why it was really hard to find an apartment was because I was really picky about certain things. Eventually I ended up having to just kind of suck it up and kind of lower my standards a bit. Like, I wanted my sink separate from the shower, which unfortunately the place that I'm ended up at, the sink is in the shower, so we'll see. I mean, I've had that before. It's not terrible. It's just, it's nice to have the sink separate. Usually it has like a cabinet where you can store like, skincare and stuff like that. So I kind of have to like figure out what I'm going to do as a setup. And also it's slightly smaller than this room. There's only one closet, whereas this room I had two closets. So there's going to be a lot of changes in the new place. It's going to be really hard to fit all my stuff in there. I do have a lot of stuff if you guys can't tell. But I'll make it work somehow. I did kind of have to make some sacrifices, but more than the size of the apartment, the area around me was more important. Like, if there was a vet close by, how close is the supermarket, how close is the post office, the bank, and like things like that. Just how convenient the area is. That was always a really big thing for me. Another plus is that I'm going to be a lot closer to Tokyo now. So I'm hoping, I can't promise you guys because I don't know what's going to happen in the future. My plan is, now that I'm living closer to Tokyo, it'll be easier to go to Tokyo more often. Maybe I can do more videos for you guys there. Maybe visit like, K-pop cafes for the different groups that I like. But I'll try to go to Tokyo more often now that I'll be a lot closer. So it'll be a lot easier, cheaper, probably less frustrating because it was like a 2-hour ride, I think. Depending on where in Tokyo I would go, my current apartment is like a 2.5 hour train ride. So that's why I wouldn't really go to Tokyo too often. So hopefully I'll go more now. I'm not gonna share what city I'm moving to, but I'm still in Chiba Prefecture, which if you guys didn't know, I have mentioned that a few times. But just for privacy reasons, I feel more comfortable not sharing the city itself, but maybe I'll show you guys the city a bit as well. It's basically a suburb kind of place, so there's not really a lot of nature and stuff, which is what I prefer, but being closer to Tokyo, you kind of don't really have a choice. It's what's going to happen. But from what I hear, it is a quiet neighborhood, so it's not going to be super city because I don't like that. I prefer more of the country, which is why I stayed in this apartment so long. But that being said, I'm really scared and nervous because I've lived here in this specific apartment for almost 5 years now, and I've lived in this city for 7 years. So I've been here for a while. I'm really comfortable with the area. So this is going to be a really big change for me. It's going to be a lot different. I'm not going to know anybody there. So hopefully I can make some friends somehow. I don't know how, but it's a scary experience. But I am glad to be closer to Tokyo. It'll be easier for me to meet up with friends that I know hang out in Tokyo a lot or live closer to Tokyo and stuff like that. So I'm excited, but I'm scared as well, and also a bit sad. The day that I applied for the apartment, I actually started crying because, I'm a little scared about the move, but also a little sad because I've lived here so long. This is basically my hometown here in Japan. But anyway, as just a quick update again, that's what I've kind of been busy with. My little break did start with the passing of my father because, I just didn't have the energy or I wasn't in the mood to like edit and stuff like that. So that kind of started my break, but at the same time, I got more serious about looking for apartments as well. So I was like really busy with looking online for apartments at different like websites and realtors, also with like actually going and visiting the apartments, and also kind of like, I wasn't packing yet because I didn't know when I'd be moving or whatever, but I've been kind of somewhat organizing and cleaning up, so when I did find a place, it would be a little easier to pack. Wasn't quite successful there, but I did some cleaning and like tidying up. Sorry if I've been kind of all over the place because of the circumstances, as well as being more concerned with my move, because traveling an hour to work and an hour and a half back home from work was really taking a toll on my body. I just didn't have the energy to do anything. I was always tired. I really needed to step things up and actually find an apartment closer to work. So that's what I finally did. So hopefully after moving, I'll have more energy again. I won't be like so dead all the time, not wanting to do anything because of, it was exhausting. After the first year working at the new area, even less than that, I think it started to get to the point where every train ride home, I was always sleeping the entire train ride, and I would have transfers, so I'd sleep anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes, and then sometimes I would even sleep before and after the transfer, so I'd sleep, transfer, sleep. But yeah, it was hard. Hopefully things will be a lot better with my transfer. I'm not in the same city as my school, but I am really close, so that's going to be a really big plus. And then also, again, closer to Tokyo. So that's what's my big update for you guys today. Again, I'm really excited, but a little frustrated because I have a lot to pack and not much time to do it. Also a little sad because I've lived here for so long. I love this apartment. I really don't want to leave. It's really cheap, cheaper than most places you would ever find. It's nice. It was remodeled, and it has everything I need here. It's big, and it's a really great place. It's just so far away from work and Tokyo that I kind of just grew distant. And now, on my free time, I basically just watch dramas and don't do anything. I don't ever go out anymore. I mean, that's also because of the virus. There's a whole bunch of things that plays a part of it, but it's about time for change. So I'm going to be moving. And before that, I want to give you guys just a quick glimpse of all my K-pop areas. Everyone keeps asking for a room tour. I already started packing, so my room is not exactly tidy. So I'm just gonna show you the K-pop areas, but kind of bearing with that. It's just gonna be a quick thing. Hopefully once I move and kind of get settled in and maybe buy another organizer thing like this, I can decorate more things, do more stuff. We'll see. I can't promise a full K-pop room tour once I move. Again, hopefully it doesn't take me too long to set up at my new apartment, and I can give you guys a more detailed tour of all my little setups and decoration areas, and maybe I'll have a little bit better setup. But let's go take that quick little tour of everything. So this is in my kitchen. I have this little setup area here. I have it decorated up down to here, and there's 2 more shelves down below, but those are kind of a mess and doesn't really have decoration stuff. I kind of kept them as storage. So that's a little setup I have in my kitchen, which I might reorganize a bit later, we'll see. But some of my stuff are up here. So this is another little setup area I have. I have my little magnet board with some of my magnets. I still have some I didn't put up there, but I have that. Some of my BT21 dolls. I don't know why, but I don't want to take these out of the boxes. So I kind of just left them in there. Maybe I'll take them out eventually. And I have my Tiny Ton. So I have a little tower of dolls here, and then I have some of my albums here. This isn't all of them. I don't have all of them stored away yet, but I do have a little setup of albums. I need a new big bookcase or a bigger one that I can fit albums. It's pretty small. So I have that here also in my kitchen. In my bedroom, I have my wall here. This is the current month, current year calendar. And this one is last year. But I really like this picture, so I kept that up there specifically on this one. But I have that on my wall, and don't mind the bed. But I have some of my cushions and dolls on my bed. I also have my little honeycomb over there. So this is my setup where I'm usually filming. You guys are probably pretty familiar with this area. But I do kind of have a wall here, which I'm going to have to redo and reorganize when I move. I have way more buttons and stuff up there that I haven't decorated yet because I just don't have the space, and it's a big mess. So I kind of want to redo that. Don't mind the calendar. I never changed the date on that. I don't know why. Even this calendar, I'm a month behind. But yeah, don't mind that. Here is the little setup that most of it can be seen in my videos. The top shelf usually you don't see, but that's what the top shelf looks like. And next to here, I have more albums. things like fan club memberships and stuff like that. Some albums. I still have some albums that I haven't put away because I kind of ran out of space. And I was waiting for my move before I buy like a new bookcase or anything because that's more things to carry. So I have that here. And it's a little blocked off right now just because it's next to my computer desk. But I do have some things here. Magazine, albums, winter package, and some of those things. And I'm just going to show you this much for now because it's kind of blocked by a bunch of stuff. Again, I'll show you more things after I move. But if you can see those 4 binders down there that has like my photo cards and postcards and stuff, I will show you guys that one day as well. But I'm constantly getting new albums. I'm constantly reorganizing and I just never had the chance to show you guys. But yes, there's photo cards and postcards in there. And again, some other like winter packages and stuff like that. So that's it for the basic room tour. Again, I didn't show you like everything in my room or whatever just because it's a big mess right now. But that's kind of my setups. I'm going to start packing those now that I've shown it to you guys. But hopefully I can kind of get a little more organized in the next place and I can give you guys a better tour. As well as, like I said, show you guys what's in my binders. Hopefully I'll be less tired and like worn out. So I'm sure I can be like filming and posting a little more frequently once I move. Not once I move, once I settle down. But we'll see what happens. I don't want to make any promises I can't keep. So I'm not going to promise you guys it's going to happen. But please keep an eye out for those kind of things in the future. Bear with me until that happens. It's going to be a while for me to kind of set everything up and whatever in the new place. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I just wanted to give you guys a little update on why I've been so busy and not posting, as well as kind of give you a quick last minute tour before I pack up everything and leave this place. So I'm in my new apartment, guys. Sorry for the really long wait for the announcement and also for the update. It has been a couple months since I've actually moved. Some of you may have noticed I haven't had my usual background, but I have been posting some older videos as well, so maybe you may not have noticed. If you follow me on Twitter and you saw my updates about like my cat and stuff, you may have noticed then too because the background and the floors and stuff are a little different. So maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't, but I'm in my new apartment now. I'm still organizing and I'm not ready to share it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do an empty apartment tour. I just have the really rough video that I took when I was first viewing the apartment before I decided on it. So I apologize for the really bad video. So hopefully you guys can kind of have an idea of what it looks like. It's a lot smaller than my previous apartment, so it kind of makes it a lot harder for me to organize and stuff, which I'm still working on, which is why I've kind of been like not making too many new videos. I've just been posting some of my older ones, as well as why I haven't done this room tour yet. Once I get everything at least like decently organized, I will give you guys a little tour of this current apartment. But if you guys want to look really quick, this is basically what I'm dealing with right now. I haven't been able to organize this. I'm kind of just like throwing things in there and telling myself I'm going to do them later. So that's what my little background looks like at the moment. Hopefully now that winter break is coming up, I can kind of organize it a bit. I don't have a super long winter break. It's just shy of 2 weeks. So hopefully I can get some stuff done. We'll see how I feel. If I feel like getting things done or if I'm just being lazy and just want to enjoy my free time. We'll see. I will do my best. As far as old videos that I've recorded, I think I have one left. Because I have a bunch of stuff coming out right now, I'm going to kind of save that one for later. I'll put a little note at the beginning of the video stating that it's an old video when I do post it. But since I have like season's greetings coming up and also lucky bags, I'm going to kind of be working on those. I'll probably try to post a couple a week for the time being. But yeah, I'll be posting some newer videos. And that last video is just a BT21 stuffed animal one. You'll see when I do finally post that one. And I hope you guys are looking forward to what is to come. And I hope you guys enjoyed my little goodbye to my last apartment. I wanted to do one last film after packing everything, but everything just happened so quick. I was really delayed with packing, so I finished packing at like 6 a.m. or something like that. I had like 1 hour of sleep The movers came at like 8 a.m. and it was just like go from there. The empty tour, when I came in here, everything was just thrown in here already. Like the movers threw everything in, so it was hard to film. Plus, I kind of had to go back for Miko because they only know I have one cat here. So I kind of had to leave her behind and have the mover just bring Parang, and I had to go back to pick her up and then come back here. So I didn't have a lot of time to film, and I was just really tired and it was really crazy. So I didn't get to do a final like empty apartment tour of the old apartment or the new apartment. So please look forward to the apartment tour once I do get a bit more organized. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!